We're going to try.
Are we live?
We are live and we are unmuted, Shaner.
All right.
All right, folks, we are live once again in Blaine, Minnesota at the National Sports Center for all of the sports, specifically today, international sports. We've got the Wayzata Trojans of Minnesota playing the AA Titans of Canada. Shane, are we thinking this is another Manitoba team?
I think it is. Assiniboine. I saw them pull up in an Assiniboine truck. I don't know if that's Winnipeg or where that is. But I'm going to think all the teams here are from Manitoba. That seems to be the theme of the weekend. A little bit of a disappointing result after being undefeated today, playing in the third place game because of goals for and against. But that's, as the words of, I forget who said it, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
It is the way the cookie crumbles, and we're going to see how things shake out today. You know, these girls are champions in their own head. They're undefeated, and we're gonna put it on today.
Yeah. For this team today, I think it's more important to build for next weekend and kind of create some good habits and have a good week of practice, and then go into the Cake Eater with guns a-blazing, because our history in the Cake Eater hasn't been the greatest.
No doubt about that, Shane. It looks like we've got the Russo line coming out first here. That's Russo, Morris with Suraju, and the defensive pair of Isabel Jenks and Maddie Harn. And we're playing hockey. Russo ties up at the center dot. Titans take control and dump and chase. Played behind the net by Callanan. She's going to try to see some traffic in front. Gets her first save for the day. Canada holds the zone. Wayzata looking to break out and get their first offensive action. Little bit of ticky-tack stuff in the neutral zone. Now Russo takes control, enters the offensive zone. She's going to take a quick shot that didn't quite get through, a little deflection. Forecheck applied. Canada's going to look to break out. Clean tip. Going to get an icing call here. Probably going to see two line changes from both teams. We're going to take a face-off to the right of the Canadian goaltender. Shane?
Yeah, it looks like this Canadian team's got some speed coming out guns a-blazing. We might have a test today.
Face-off one with a quick shot from Ava Hillman at the point. Line is held. Bubolt's applying a little bit of pressure at the dot. Keeps the puck in. Ava behind in her office. Kind of fighting with ourselves a little bit in the corner. Tabood out at the point. Abood gets stood up at the blue line. Wayzata's going to have to hustle on the back check here. Puck dumped in. Taken by Bubolz behind the net. She's going to hit Aboud, who's going to look to go back, but challenged at the half wall. Forecheck applied by Canada. They keep the zone. Aboud's going to take it behind the net, back to Bubolz, who's going to look at the wall. 2 Canadians on the forecheck there. Tip puck, no problem for Ali Callahan catching that one out of the air.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Noble playing up on the right wing today from her usual spot back on D, so that'll be fun for her to experience a new spot. I love that offensive zone draw. It looked like it was a set play where win the draw, defense slides, and the forward comes up top. I've seen them working on that in practice. It's been working pretty well.
So the red hot scoring line of Hendricks, Wilson, and Mead on the ice now. It's Mead at the half wall, at the dot. She's going to fling it out front. It's going to be on net with Kiana Wilson applying pressure. Little spray on the goalie, waking everybody up, but we're going to get a face-off, I think, once again to the right of the Canadian goaltender.
Let's see if they try a set play here.
Face-off, one control taken by Canada. They're going to enter the zone, one-on-one, drive the net hard, high shot over the top of the net, and it should be Wayzata going the other direction. Mead takes it across half ice. She's going to dump and look to change everybody for Wayzata. Canada's got all 5 of their players down low, so no threat of a stretch, and now pressure applied by the Russo line. Good blue line play by Isabel Jenks. A little aggressive there. It's going to create a little bit of an odd man rush. Nothing to worry about. Pass doesn't hit home. Canada's going to look to fling the puck in low. It's Morris on the half wall. Oop. Canada had a free player standing right in front of the net and who got a backhand shot off.
Yeah, that happened a couple times yesterday as well, where our D kind of get sucked up a little bit and don't have their heads on a swivel. We got to make sure we protect the house, protect the front of the net first.
Wayzata keeps the same line on the ice. Puck comes out to the point. Canada's going to look for a deflection out front. Plenty of traffic in front. It looks like they're playing a screen game in front of Ali Callahan today. Turnover puck out front, just right of the net on a shot from Morris. That's Freed taking control at the neutral zone. She's going to go to Aboud, back to Freed. Up to Morris, who comes across to Suraju. Couldn't quite get the handle. She's tied up on the boards. Support coming from Bubolz. She's going to hit the point. Back, little give and go action. Bubolz gets a shot that doesn't make through. Aboud and Bubolz playing a 2-2 game with just give and goes. Puck out to the neutral zone. Freed's going to have to get on her horse to challenge this one. Strong drive to the net.
Nice poke
turned away by Freed. Go ahead, Shane.
Oh, nice poke check there by Callahan. She reads it. The girl maybe had a step on our D, and Allie comes out with a nice play.
That's a centering pass from Bubolz right out front, and an immediate deflection from Ava Hillman. Really looked good on that play there. Would like to see that one hit home. This goalie has only given up 3 goals over the tournament, so I think it's going to be a tough wall to crack. That's Coda on the point, trying to get a shot, deflected, scooped up by the Titans here. She's going to apply pressure. Kate Hendricks looks to get the handle. Good offensive zone pressure here by Wayzata. Hendricks gets a freebie on the wall over to Kiana Wilson. She's going to take it on the wall, challenged by the Canadian defender, knocked down. Daryl says, nope, that's not quite enough to raise the hand. Wayzata looking to get something going in the offensive zone, where for now they're content with just playing pressure. Connor Wilson down behind the red line. Pressure then applied by the center, Hendricks. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Canada's going to be just fine with dumping. They need a change. Wayzata should be looking to stretch. They've got Wilson open on the far end of the ice if they want it, but Canada takes control. That's Dakota to Hendricks. Hendricks gonna dump, and I think we're gonna get an icing call and bring it all the way back down to the Canadian zone.
A good pace to the game so far. I think both teams are skating. They both have their legs. They both, at this point, this is their 4th game of the weekend, so they know the drill.
We got the Russo line on the ice. It's Morris taking control. She's going to look to split the defense, and they let her go. She's going to get a shot on net here, and she scores.
Some really good speed there by Morris. She shot out of a cannon out of her own end, saw an opening, took it.
Shane, we talk about it all the time, right? Let's take what they're going to give you. Both defensive players for Canada did not want to turn their hips and go. And with the speed of Morris, she split them, took the shot, and we scored.
Great play. We had a discussion over at the bench here. I wonder if they're talking about breakfast or what they're doing after the game.
He doesn't want her to come out.
Oh, now they're...
Little warning from Daryl to the Wayzata bench. Not exactly sure what we're concerned about.
Daryl's an old timer.
But he's going to make sure that everything's straight.
He's a traditionalist. Maybe he doesn't love the goalies coming out of the net.
Either way, it's our Wayzata Trojans up 1-0 with the unassisted goal by Morris. 8:33 left in the first. That's a hard pinch by Harn, standing flat-footed, and it's got Canada going the other way. Good back check pressure by Wayzata. Harn dumps the puck, and I think we're going to get our second icing call for Wayzata on the day. Still not sure what that little conference was, Shane. Even after the play, heard Jordan call out for Daryl looking for an explanation. Bubolt's winning the draw back to Aboud, who's going to come behind the net. Look for Hillman on the wall. Back behind the net again to Freed, who's going to find Noble to Bubolt center ice. She's going to look to turn on the Jets. She's got Hillman with her. Taking the puck behind the net. Looks for a center pass. She scores.
Nice play by Buboltz there. Again, taking what they gave her. She had some speed. They gave her the wide lane. She took it wide. Centering pass, and Allison Noble sneaks into the far side for the one-time empty net shot.
Put yourself in positions to score, and you're going to score goals. Loved seeing it. Like seeing rounded players here. Face-off win by Buboltz again. Pressure now coming from Canada in the neutral zone, looking to get something going. This is Noble entering the zone. Canada coming now the other direction. Aboud's going to be in a race. Smartly plays it back. She knows she's got support. Now she's got it taking control behind the Callahan goaltender net. Little battle on the wall for possession. Wayzata's got to look to get out of the zone here. They're going to look across ice. Noble back to Hillman. And we get a little stuck. Now we're going to have Freed on a solo rush while we get a line change of our forwards. It's going to be Hendricks' line. Little miscue defensively from Wayzata, but it resulted in a shot over the top of the net. Again, Freed picks up some garbage in the neutral zone, and finds Wilson cross ice, who does some nifty stick work, coming in looking for a centering pass to her center. That's Hendricks. Shot gets the side of the net from Joseph, back to Wilson, behind the net to Mead, who looked to stuff one, pops out front. Now it's Hendricks taking the puck around the circle. Back behind the net, it's going to be Wilson and Hendricks applying pressure out front. Hendricks maintaining possession, centering pass doesn't find its way home. It's going to be Joseph with a shot from the point, doesn't get through, hits a skate. Now it's Canada coming 2-on-2 while they try to make a change. They're going to be content with dumping and getting off the ice. Played behind the net by Callanan. Breakout pass to Wilson, who goes back behind the net once more. Little bit of a forecheck coming from the Canadians in this shift. They might have gotten something in their ear from the bench that says, hey, let's go, we need to play. Joseph with two girls on her, nice outlet pass to Mead, who can't quite get the handle. Lot of whiffs, maybe a little bit of tight hands. Want to run the score up for Wayzata. Now it's Hendricks. She's going to try to gain the line. Little dump. I don't think it's going to get there. Waving called off immediately. And now it's going to be the Russo line. Got a little out of position. Ooh, nice play by Morris to hold the zone. Big difference between yesterday and today. Shane, what I'm seeing is we are winning puck battles early. Took us to the third period to do that yesterday.
Yeah, puck battles and races. Like, I think the coaching staff sent a message like, hey, let's play at our level, not the other team's level. And we're playing with some speed today. We're moving the puck really well.
So face-off control taken by Canada. They get one-on-one, and we get a single shot on net. Easy glove save for Callanan. It's going to be Russo taking the face-off just to the right of Callanan. She wins it back over to Haran, who's going to look all the way around for Morris. Good work off the wall, and now it's going to be a race. Possession turned over to Canada. They're going to break out. Nifty little breakout, but nice stick work by Maddie Harn. Harn's going to look cross ice, and we're going to get an icing call. Couldn't quite find Morris, who was breaking just across the blue line. .424 left in the first. We got Wayzata Trojans up 2-0 against the AA Titans of Canada.
Good stick there by Jenks.
Sorry, folks. Little pause in the action while the scoreboard operator was trying to sync up the time. We are 3:58 left in the first. Big shout out to our camera woman and interview, Addie Joseph. Check out the YouTube channel for her pregame interview with Coach Jordan. So it's Wayzata up 2-0 with the Blue Bolts line on the ice. Canada's not looking to stretch at this point. Held in the zone by Freed. That's going to find its way to Noble, who looks to the point, but that's interrupted by Canada, who's breaking out. They're going to be, again, just fine with dumping in. They've got somebody entering the zone with speed. Callanan's going to play it smartly behind the net to stop the momentum. It's Aboud back to Freed, who looks to get a pass deflected back behind the goaltender's net. That's going to be Noble trying to play it on the wall. Pressure applied by two Canadians there. And now Hillman. Hillman gets it out. This is not going to be icing. Halfway between a change. That's Aboud finding the loose puck out front. Looks to dump to the corner, but nobody home. Canada breaking out now. Again, dumps to the corner. Looking to get pressure. Nifty little play try by Mead to try to hit Hendricks that doesn't connect. Aboud's going to go back behind the net looking for Hendricks, who's going to scoop it up. Mead's going to take it off the wall. Cross ice to Keanu, who can't quite get the handle. Little neutral zone trading punches here. Kind of clunky, but we're fine with that. We can play that game too. Both teams struggling with the puck at the blue line in the neutral zone, so looking a little bit clunky, maybe some heavy legs coming at the end of the first. It's Mead trying to find a center out front, and Hendricks is going to be just fine. Oh, we got a tip, waved off icing by Darryl. He knows this is a Sunday game. He knows that Canada's got to get back home. He knows it's a long bus ride. So he says, let's keep the clock going.
I think he just wants to get to the Vikings tailgate party.
Could very well be.
Get all set up. Who do the Vikings play today? Chris.
Shane, I'm not even sure. I think we have a division. Actually, I do know it's a divisional game against the Bears.
Oh, here we go. Big tilt today.
All right. Good, clean hockey game thus far. No penalties. Darryl's going to let that one go as an ice. Waved off. It's Coda. Looks like she's got a flat blade, or she's just fine playing knee hockey today behind the net. Either way, she's battling, and that's what we want to see. Bad edges, bad skates, doesn't matter. We'll play you on. We'll play you on our knees to break the puck out. This is Joseph sneaking through the trash. We got a 2-0. She's going to rip a shot. Glove save. 2-1, glove save by the Canadian goaltender. Shane, I like seeing the Wayzata defensemen in this game and really over this season joining the rush. Defense isn't just defense.
Well, I think that's how hockey's kind of evolving. If you watch it at the higher levels, it's creating more opportunities through D joining the rush, D applying that pressure. If you watch some of the NHL games, you see D playing forward in the offensive zone and then back and forth. It's tougher to play defense against that.
No doubt about it, Shane. And if you are lucky enough to crack the playbook for these Wayzata 15 UA coaches, you'll see they are preaching that everybody is on offense until we turn the puck over, and then everybody's on defense. I love the mentality.
Yep. First period.
We're back live.
We're back live. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say I like the start. The girls are buzzing. As the young kids would say, they're cooking. They're cooking. I think. Not dusty. They're cooking.
Are they vibing?
They're vibing. I don't know what Riz means, but that word seems
to
come
have
out a lot too.
Eddie, is it a good Riz with this team?
Canadians with some enthusiasm over there.
Eddie,
good team spirit.
Was that a Sigma period? Is that something that we should be saying? We should roll that in?
As us older 40-something parents, we're trying to stay current with current lingo.
I know Hillman is typically an on-the-boards guy. He really likes providing us with that, with the background language of the hockey lingo. Maybe bringing up my hockey lingo IQ. All right, folks. We're at 8:55 a.m. Started the second period with your Wayzata Trojans up 2-0. Really good play by Wayzata this game. No sleepy legs. Look to continue that through a whole game. Really try to sharpen up for next weekend's Cake Eater tournament as well. So this is Canada getting some zone time, looks for a centering pass out front, can't quite get the handle on it. They had a good opportunity there, but couldn't capitalize. That's going to find its way through to Allie Callanan, and they score. I think she had it under her pad, didn't realize it, stood up, and then a little gift popped out in front for the Canadian forward that was standing right on the doorstep.
Yeah, they put it in the mixer, like I call it. Anytime that puck's in the mixer in front of the net, anything can happen. And I think Wayzata do a better job of taking bodies instead of staring at the puck. Just take some bodies out and knock some people over.
So Wayzata finds itself giving up a goal in the first 40 seconds of the second period. They're going to get offensive zone. Humboldt's fans on a shot right in the slot. Nice centering pass. Pinch on the board by Fried. Humboldt's comes out with it over to Aboud. Aboud's going to be off the wall to Noble, who's going to put it in deep. Try to put it in deep, but gets taken over. D-to-D pass over to Fried, and we're back in the zone with Hillman. Hillman's going to look to get a shot. That deflects it. That deflects high and up into the net. .13:41 in the second. We're going to have a face-off to the right of the Canadian goalie. It's going to be Hendricks, Wilson, and Mead, with Joseph and Kurtz patrolling the blue line. Good neutral zone play by Joseph, who gets the puck back into the zone. Canadians turn it over in the neutral zone. Comes out to center ice. It's going to be Mead and Wilson joining in with Wilson with a nifty little backhand that almost found its way through. Goalie couldn't quite get the glove on it. Hendricks scoops up a rebound out front and puts it through the goalie's armpit for goal number 3 of this game.
Yeah, she got the 7-hole there. Puck kind of squirted out off the dump in. Be in the right spot at the right time and capitalize on it.
Be ready to score. That's what we say, right, Shane? Don't be surprised by the puck. And that puts your Trojans up 3-1 with 13:09 left in the second.
Yeah, good response there to that Canada goal. You know, right back at it for the Wayzata team.
Now it's Canada coming back in, looking to respond. Allie leaves one out to the slot, picked up by Wilson, who's going to look for Hendricks breaking away. Good forecheck by Canada. They look for a centering pass, broken up by Hendricks. That's Mead. Or I'm sorry, that's Kurtz playing defense behind the net. Out from Wilson to Hendricks, who's going to look to get the puck in deep. And we get Jordan in the face.
Yeah, Jordan takes some collateral damage there. Maybe it hit the dasher, not quite sure.
Oh, looks like it got the dasher. Jordan's got all of his teeth, and we're going to have the Russo line taking the face-off just outside the zone. That's Harn. Just playing bully hockey at the blue line. Canada's looking to dump and chase once again. That's Morris on working the wall. Pressure applied by Isabel Jenks. More pressure by Russo. Good physicality by our Trojan girls here. This is Sergio looking to pass to herself at the neutral zone. Picked up by Harn. who finds the zone, with Suraju taking her version of a half clapper. Puck held by Haran. Centering pass to Suraju, who misses the net wide right. Morris is going to look to keep it down low. Suraju lets it pass through. That's Russo back to Suraju, back to Russo. Canadian defense looking to step up their physicality down behind the net. I'm going to guess that's a message that came home from the bench. While I'm talking, it's Morris getting a shot that flies high over the net, over the top of the net, but nonetheless effective because it keeps the puck in the zone. Pressure applied by Fried, held by Fried once again. Little wall work with Buboltz looking to scoop one out of the feet of two Canadian players and Allison Noble. She holds, looks for Hillman on the wall. Puck held by Aboud, who gets a shot just left of the goaltender. Another shot goes through the crease. Picked up by Buboltz behind the net, let it run. Fried's going to try to hold the zone here at the wall. Deep pinch, Buboltz realizes, and she's got to play defense. This one's coming out of the zone for icing. Probably a really smart play by Canada so that they can get a fresh set of legs on the ice.
Looking for a face-off play here, some discussion going on.
For the play to work, Shane, I think we got to win it, but either way, we're going to be a hold of the zone. Whoops, ice is slippery, but we got Hillman breaking hard, backhand shot on net. I don't mind it one bit. Now it's Canada coming the other direction. Offsides, no doubter. Daryl, who is always in the right position for offside, saw that one very clearly. So we've got Hendricks taking the face off just outside of the zone. Possession gained. She's going to look to drive through a host of Canadians. It's Wilson in the slot. Glove save by the Canadian goaltender. Knocked down, whistle blown. Shane, are we thinking we're going to see a play on this one too? A little discussion.
It's tough to say.
Face-off possession taken by Canada. He's going to come through the neutral zone. Nifty little play by Dakota to undercut. She's going to look to get the zone. Offsides, Wayzata. Evie Mead blew a tire, found herself on the wrong side of the blue line before the puck got there. Possession won by Wayzata. Give and go between Joseph and Wilson, who's going to be pushed off the puck at the wall behind the goal line. But nice forecheck applied. Pinched by Dakota Kurtz. Held again by Dakota Kurtz, who's going to be just fine putting it back in the zone. Excellent position play by Wilson. She's going to look to get free in front of the slot. Can't quite hit her. Puck squirts out of the zone. Not going to be enough for icing, so it's going to be Kurtz looking for a stretch. Oh, can't quite connect. Can't quite connect with Hendricks.
Nice read there by Kurtz and a nice stretch play by Hendricks, trying to find that lane. She was sprung for a breakaway, just couldn't connect.
Would have been a 1-on-0 with Hendricks on the goalie had that connected, but instead we've got an icing. Face-off won by Canada, possession taken over by Wayzata. This is Russo doing the Russo things, just overworking or
outworking her competitor to gain the zone. She looks for the streaking Haran, who came down from the defensive spot in the slot. Couldn't quite get the handle shot just left of the goaltender. Now it's Canada in the neutral zone. Gains the zone relatively uncontested. They're going to look for a centering pass out front. Not there. That's a lot of time in the mixer, Shane, as you like to say.
Yeah, mixer.
This is Sergio and Morris applying the forecheck in the Wayzata zone. Canada punching one away. Freed finds herself on the other side of the Canadian forward. Things getting a little bit sloppy for Wayzata. This Canadian line seems to have found their feet and their legs while also catching a couple of Wayzata forwards that have been on the ice for a little longer than they need to be. Clock stopped at 6:45 in the second because we couldn't move. We must have lost visibility of the puck. Darryl says, that's fine. We're just going to take a face-off.
Yeah, Darryl needed a little break. He said, this puck's frozen. We're gonna blow it down. Benefits us.
Sergio's going to find the zone all by herself. Nifty little pass to herself on the board. She gets rubbed out on the board. Canadians like it, but I can tell you that Sergio does not like it. She's looking for the Gino on the corner. Puck held by Freed at the blue line. Gonna get a change for Wayzata. Aboud's pinching really hard. Able to hold the zone. Back in position. Now we're gonna have more of a traditional forecheck. Aboud can't quite catch the handle on the board, but she gains possession because of a hustle play. Bringing the zone in back by herself. She's not gonna get pushed off the puck. Buboltz tries to hold zone, but clears. Freed's going to pick it up. Possess. She's looking for somebody to help her break out. Gets rubbed off behind the net. Buboltz in to help support. She saw that coming. She's going to look for the backhand pass to Noble. Back to Aboud again. Just good physical play by Wayzata. Play through the body, play through the hands. We're going to win a lot of puck battles that way.
Stay on the defensive side. They're doing a great job of supporting each other in the defensive zone.
Little backhand sauce by Aboud, I think, out to the breakout. It's going to start the breakout. Good stick work by the Canadian defenseman. Stops a speedy rush from Wayzata. So we're going to get a face-off just outside the Wayzata offensive zone with Hendricks, Mead, and Wilson line on the ice. Really good heads-up play by defenseman Joseph there. She knows kind of the recipe for what Canada's looking to do. They want to break the puck wide, and they want to put one across the paint, looking to find somebody sleeping on the other side. It's Mead applying pressure, looking for another Gino. Zone held by Joseph. Wilson out to Joseph, who's going to look for a deep partner, Dakota, who wasn't quite ready for the handle. She's going to take it on the board, bump, back into the neutral zone. A little bit of help from our official friend right there to hold the neutral zone for Wayzata. Now we're going to find Kurtz over to Wilson, cross ice. She's going to look to center for Hendricks, who got a shot on net but deflected away by the Canadian goaltender. Hendricks going to now have the puck and battle behind the net. Canada takes possession. They're breaking out.
Nice
Little
play.
neutral zone action. Again, dumping and chasing. Looking for a centering pass out front. Just trying to put it in the mixer at this point. Good stick work by the Canadian there, but taken over by Harn on the wall. Bump by Mead again. Icing's waved off. We're going to get a line change with Morris coming in on Hot Wheels. Morris and Jinx steering the Canadian into the corner, who's going to look to center. That's a turnover. Russo takes the puck. Little pass, bump into the zone. Morris is going to apply pressure. Zone's going to try to be held by Fried, but misses the handle. Sergiu picks it up. Whoop. Little mishandle. Alia says, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to bump it out and try to start my own breakout.
Allie Callahan, great with playing the puck. It's a great shot and good hands.
Wayzata almost got caught sleeping with a late change from the Canadian bench. Would have put somebody out behind the defense, but thankfully a couple of deflections of the puck stopped that threat. So now we're gonna have Morris coming out alone. She's gonna go 1-on-2. Take it to the corner, possess, looking for a line change. We've got Buboltz now coming in for Hendricks. Forecheck. Aboud's going to try to put pressure on the board. Now we've got the Canadians with a 2-on-1. However, Noble, really good hustle on the back check to take away any threat. Defensemen are a little bit out of alignment here. I think it's probably a matter of just being out of position for a second. We figured it out. Morris knocks one down from the air, looks to just dump and let her line mates go to work. .125 left in the first. Left in the second, I should say. Correction.
Oh, yep. Still early, Chris.
Still very early. One thing I'm seeing at the tail end of this period, Shane, it looks like the Canadian coaching staff is looking to lead the player late, try to catch the aggressive Wayzata defenseman sleeping, and looking for a freebies behind.
Yeah, they're definitely taking notice of how aggressive our D are being in the offensive zone, and they're able to sneak it by and spring a player. Our D have to be strong, either get puck or body. We can't let both get by them.
Nice back check applied by Wayzata. Neutralizes any threat. However, we turn over. And the Titans are going to hold the zone here. 13 left in the second. Cross ice pass to Wilson. She can't quite exit the zone. We're going to have 6 seconds. 3 seconds for Hendricks to try to get a shot. Wilson's going to try to get a shot. That's just right of the goaltender. And closes out the period with the Wayzata Trojans up 3-1. Addie, what are the keys to the third period here?
Play fast and I don't know.
Play fast and maybe don't let them score.
Yeah.
We're going to go with that.
Yeah, don't score more goals than them.
All right, folks, we're going to kick off the third period here in Blaine with your Wayzata Trojans up 3-1 in this tournament exhibition with Canada. We got Suraju taking first possession of the puck to start the third. That shot flies just left of the goaltender, right of the goaltender. However, our Wayzata Trojans are coming out hot. I think they're trying to put an exclamation point for the end of this tournament. So now it's Suraju who's going to take what they're giving her, although Canada closes the door relatively quick on the board. Suraju is going to get in deep. I think we're going to look for a forward change here. Pressure applied by Morris, tied up by the Canadian, and she's fine with just dumping deep and letting the new line come in and go to work. A little bit of rough stuff on the boards. That's no problem. We're just going to get back to work. Buboltz with an pretty aggressive back check. Probably could have seen a hand in the air there, but they're going to let him play.
I find referees have a much harder time calling a penalty if you got a stick on them, but you're still moving your feet.
Daryl's going to take two players here.
Oh. Olivia says good morning to the Canadian girl. She didn't like that, so she's going to take both of them.
You know, Shane, I said it yesterday, I don't encourage violence, but I don't want anybody walking away from it either.
Right. You gotta stand up in it. That's hockey.
That's just fine. Both players are going to take 2 minutes to think about it, come back and finish the game. 13:08 left in the game. And those are the first penalties of this otherwise clean hockey match.
It's been a pretty clean contest so far. Some good battles, but nothing over the top.
Well, Wayzata's going to take an unfortunate trip here. And they're going to go on an actual PK with 12:32. I think that's going to be Kiana Wilson taking a tripping penalty.
It's actually a really good second effort to try to dive and get that puck, and misses the puck and catches a skate blade of the Canadian player.
So Canada is going to go on a 2-minute power play at 12:32 in the third.
The referees are deciding where the face-off should be. Typically, if there's a penalty against, it's in the offensive zone, but they're also saying it was an icing by the Canadian team. So I think there's a little debate going on. Might have to go back to Rule 22.1 of the referee handbook.
So you are correct there, Shane. It looks like we're going to take a face-off just outside of the zone. It's Russo and Suraju killing with Aboud and Freed. Quick shot on net. Allie can't quite get the handle on it, but knocks it down and out to safety. We're going to get our first look at a Canadian power play. However, I think we caught them off guard. Wayzata's going to take it up the board into the snow, turn it over, and now it's Canada joining the rush once again.
Minor penalty assessment is
Tricky little play at the blue line by the Canadian defenseman. I hope we caught that on tape. She actually made a centering pass from her seat. Sneaky little shot on net that steered away by Callanan. Shot through traffic. Allie finds herself with a rebound. With a rebound left out in the slot, but she knew right where she left it.
I think Russo there with a little push after the whistle, saying, "Get out of here."
Enjoy your long ride home,
Yeah.
I think is what she probably said.
I like it.
It's really nice having you. So this is Kurtz with Joseph on the defensive side with 41 seconds left in this penalty kill. Our forwards are Hillman and Morris. Morris clears the zone. She's going to find some sticky ice on the board there. Finds her way into the offensive zone. She's going to battle on the board. Looks to center. Ava Hillman saying, "I've had enough of you too."
Yeah, these Canadians are being a little pesky, and the Wayzata team says,
Can't enter. Bouncing puck steered away by Callanan. Picked up by Joseph on the wall. Looks like this game is going to turn rough in a second here, Shane. And we've got Wayzata back full strength. Both Buboltz and Kiana Wilson out of the box. We'll see how long it takes to get the line straightened out. Canada looks for a centering pass out front. Probably their best sustained zone time. Callanan shuts the door on that one. I think she got just enough to steer it away to the pipe. Meade clears the zone. Canada looks to center out in front in the neutral zone. Hendricks carries. Looks cross ice, but nobody home. 9:33 left in the third. Hendricks knocked off the puck as she enters the zone. Little wall action picked up by Canada. Good back check by Meade. Canada dumps and chases. This is Wilson. Hendricks trying to get the handle, can't quite get it. Meade instead is going to go 1-on-2. Gets a shot that's steered away by the Canadian goaltender. Now we've got fresh legs, not going to get a trip on that. Oh, we do get a late call.
Late hand.
From Wilson stepping on a blade.
Yeah, Daryl took a minute or a couple seconds to think about that. He's like, you know what, that was a penalty. Let's see what the girls can muster up here on the power play. They've been working on a lot in practice. They run an overload.
This one's going to come into the offensive zone for Wayzata, and we're going to get our first look at the Sunday version of the Trojan power play. Shane, what are we looking for in a power play in general for those fans that are watching?
Yeah, so it depends on what you're trying to accomplish as far as the setup, but these girls run an overload system where you've got one player on the half wall, and essentially you're trying to create 2-on-1s everywhere you go on the ice. And typically in the half wall situation in the D, you're trying to create a 2-on-1 where you can find an opening, attack the lane, and get some pucks in the mixer. Looks like we got a high stick here, bringing the face-off all the way down to Wayzata zone.
We got a high stick that brings the puck all the way down to the other end of the ice. So now we're going to try to break out and go to work on the power play. We'll see how aggressive Canada is going to play in this last 8:30 of the game. That's going to be shot down ice. It's on net, so it's got to be played. Canadian goaltender sees that she's maybe got a little too extra pressure coming her direction and is just fine with covering up and saying, we'll take a face-off. So this is going to be Buboltz with Noble and Hillman. Abood and Fried playing defense. Definitely planning a face-off. Minute and a quarter left in the power play for Wayzata. Now they're gaining possession. They're going to look to set something up. Puck comes out to the point, down low. Buboltz back to the point. Back to Buboltz at the wall. She's going to get a shot on net. Goalie can't quite handle it. It's out in the mixer. Steered away. We're going to have Abood handle the puck on the wall. A little bit of chase pressure provided. This one sneaks through. Not going to get an icing call because it was kicked by Abood at the wall. Puck comes out of the zone. Buboltz takes possession of the neutral zone. Looks cross ice for Noble. But a turnover. Canada finds herself looking to break out again. That's Noble looking to center to Buboltz. Buboltz is coming off. Canada is going to try to kill these last 10 seconds of the power play and look to apply pressure full strength. We've got a 2-1 at the tail end of this. That's Hillman getting a shot on net at the end of her shift. She gets tripped. Now we've got a pile up on the ice. No penalties called. And it's Canada full strength looking for a dump and chase. Didn't quite get the line there, Shane, so we're going to have icing once again. Back down, all the way down in the Canadian defensive zone to the right of the Canadian goaltender. Starting to become clear that the depth and speed of this Wayzata team is going to be their strength for the season. They're simply just going to wear teams out.
Yeah, 100% agree with you, Chris. Through and through the lineup, we had everybody can skate, and it's a fast hockey game.
Shannon, I know once you start to get heavy legs in the third, as an opposing team that has to deal with that pace, you maybe don't take that extra stride to get across the center line, and if you're playing a dump and chase game, maybe it's a little bit easier to just let it rip and hope.
Yep, when the brain and the body get tired, decision making is not as sharp.
Now it's going to be Canada coming in a little bit of an odd man rush. They try putting one in the mixer, but it doesn't quite get home. Shot steered away by Callahan. That one's still in the mixer. A lot of bodies on the ice. A little bit of pushing. That one sneaks out, and it's going to be Meade coming the other direction. She's going to find the line. Get crossed up. Shot on net. Aggressive play by Wayzata. Now Meade's coming off for her line change. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone. Sticky ice now without a Zamboni between the second and third, which is causing a little bit of trouble for Wayzata. Whoop! We are Sunday morning hockey on sticky ice right now. So it's Morris entering the zone with all kinds of speed. She's going to look for a shot that sails just left of the net. Played in by Haran. Little tick from Canada. We got a scream up top that sounded like a whistle. Kind of threw off Isabel Jenks, who looked to take her foot off the gas. Fortunately, she was able to gain possession of the puck and clear the zone. So it's 9 with Canada looking to center out front. Buboltz drops back to Abood, who kicks it back over to Fried, who just eventually gains the handle on that one. Abood back to Fried. They're going to play the puck possession game until they get some free space. Aboud looks for a long pass cross ice to Noble. Bounces off her backhand of her stick. She's going to go in for the forecheck here with Buboltz right behind her. Canada looking for a cross ice pass picked up by their defenseman, who's going to look, turn the puck over at the neutral zone. A lot of bodies in the neutral zone. Little bump. And it's Noble getting taken down as the puck enters the zone. Again, no hand in the air. I think our younger referee over there is going to be fine with keeping the clock running. 3:07 left in the third. Aggressive pinch by Joseph finds the Canadians going the other direction with a shot on net. Gloved by Alley. Play ends with a stick nearly touching the ceiling, courtesy of Allie Freed. Face off won by Canada, looking to just dump it in the mixer once again. Hendricks met at the blue line with a little bit of resistance. Shot on net. Not sure who that came from.
I think it was Meade, turned around and fired. Saw the light. That used to be a faux pas back in my day, Chris, shooting at the empty net. If you miss, obviously it's an icing, but the statisticians and the analytics in today's game say take that shot every time.
The game that I know, Shane, says if the net is open, let it rip. Run the score up. So we got Meade scoring from the blue line to put your Wayzata Trojans up 4-1. 2:36 left in the game. High bouncing puck finds its way to the Canadian glove. We're going to get a face-off to the left of the Canadian goalie.
So we'll see who wins that game between Duluth and the other Canadian team. Looks like Wayzata's going to pull away, being undefeated here. I'd be curious to see what that Duluth team looks like.
This is a face-off won by Wayzata. 2:22 left in the game. I think let's just run the clock out in our zone for this for the last 2 minutes of this game. Maybe not going to be the case. There's no let-up with this AA Titans team. They're going to try to put one out in front of the mixer. We're going to have Meade coming the other direction now. Doesn't have a lot of support. Gets tied up at the wall. Puck turned over, and now we're going to have the Titans coming 2-2 with Maddie Haran steering it away between her skates. She's fine playing that wall game, doesn't mind it one bit. Hendricks offering support. Meade on the wall. Hendricks sees it out of the zone. Going to take a little chop across the back of the neck. She doesn't mind that at all. Joseph's going to Callahan's going to make one more step here at 1:24 with a Titan forward applying pressure. This is Russo taking the face-off. She wins it pretty clean, but Morris wants to win it forward. Bounce back behind the net by Canada. Battle on the board. Definitely not a play on the puck there, but with 1:10 left, we're going to let the clock go. One minute left in regulation. Aggressive defensive play by Wayzata, turns the puck over in the neutral zone, brought back in by Russo, who looks for Suraju coming up the right side. Puck turned over. Nope, we're going to just battle for it. Eat a little bit of clock in the snow. Puck's outside of the Wayzata offensive zone now. Neutral zone, just wall work happening.
Might see some fisticuffs here over in the corner. Oh yeah, we got
extra. Suraju is not going to play that game over there, and she's fine just skating away from it, which is actually the right move.
Yeah, we need everybody this week.
15 seconds left in this game. Morris bumped off the puck and taken to the ice. 10 seconds. Aggressive play by Aboud with 4 seconds. Clock's going to run out because the snow's going to stop the puck. Nice win for your Wayzata Trojans, who come out of this tournament undefeated on the weekend. Unfortunate way that pool play runs means it's a third place victory for your Wayzata Trojans.
Yeah, and it's one of those tournaments where it's purely exhibition, but a good experience for the girls, good confidence builder, coming undefeated, playing hockey, coming together as a team, and getting ready for next weekend, which is the St. Peter Classic. So overall, I think you can be really happy with those. Was it 45 minutes of hockey from the girls today? I think that was their best game so far this weekend.
I'd agree with you, Shane. And the one thing I like seeing coming out of this weekend is goals on the net, goals on the board.
Right.
This team is going to have to score goals over the course of the season, and thankfully we got to see it this weekend.
Yep, we got to score more than the other team. So good to see, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.